From across the nation and around the world, for Pacifica Headlines, I'm Jesse Lent. Eyewitness video of two earthquakes in Caracas, Venezuela yesterday evening, verified by Al Jazeera. According to Reuters, a magnitude 7.2 earthquake was felt 100 miles west of Caracas, followed less than a minute later by a magnitude 7.5 tremor, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Acting Venezuelan President Delcy Rodriguez says at least 32 people were killed and 700 injured in building collapses. Using predictive modeling, the U.S. Geological Survey estimates a 44% chance of more than 10,000 fatalities and a 30% chance of more than 100,000, according to the BBC. According to the New York Times, one of the two earthquakes was the strongest to hit Venezuela in more than a century. One Caracas resident described the scene to a Reuters reporter through tears.
We managed to open the door however we could. There was a cloud of smoke that wouldn't let us see. And when you went downstairs, the scene was like a horror movie. We had to climb over the rubble and everything. The building superintendent with the baby and all the neighbors coming down. But from that building, I only saw that one family got out.
The U.S. Pacific Tsunami Warning Center issued several tsunami alerts for Puerto Rico and the Caribbean after the two earthquakes, but they were quickly lifted, with the center later reporting there was no tsunami threat. Al Jazeera is reporting that Secretary of State Marco Rubio has arrived for a meeting of the Gulf Cooperation Council in Bahrain, where he's reassuring regional allies that the U.S. will protect their security and economic interests in peace negotiations with Iran. The head of the UN nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency, said its inspectors will return to Iran's nuclear sites, but Iranian officials are insisting that inspections will resume only once a final agreement with the United States has been reached. According to the Memorandum of Understanding between the U.S. and Iran, which went into effect a week ago today, the two sides have 60 days to reach an agreement to end the U.S. and Israel's joint war on Iran, now in its 118th day. Israel's once again violated both the terms of the memorandum between the U.S. and Iran and an agreement between Israel and Lebanon, as an Israeli drone strike in southern Lebanon yesterday killed at least 2 people, according to Al Jazeera. The attack, Israel's second strike on Lebanon this week, comes as Israeli and Lebanese officials meet in the U.S. for another round of peace talks. Israeli attacks on Lebanon have killed more than 4,200 people in that country since March 2nd, according to the Guardian. Hezbollah attacks have killed at least 36 Israeli soldiers in Lebanon and 3 Israeli civilians. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said yesterday that Israeli troops would not withdraw from southern Lebanon at a live interview in Tel Aviv, echoing sentiments from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Ignoring President Trump's comments to the contrary, Katz said, quote, "There is no American demand for Israel to withdraw from Lebanon." 3 international criminal court judges are suing President Donald Trump and his administration over sanctions imposed on them last year, arguing the measures were unlawful, according to Al Jazeera. In the lawsuit, filed in federal court in Manhattan yesterday, Judges Kimberly Prost of Canada, Salami Balungi Basa of Uganda, and Rain Adelaide Sophie Alpini Gansu of Benin said the sanctions were designed to exert extrajudicial pressure with the objective of punishing and coercing the judges. The Trump administration imposed sanctions on several judges at the ICC last year in an unprecedented retaliation over the organization issuing an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and a past decision to open a case into alleged war crimes by U.S. troops in Afghanistan. And more than 4.7 million people nationwide have lost their Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits, also known as food stamps or SNAP, since President Trump's signature tax and spending law took effect last July, according to data through March from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. According to Reuters, Arizona, where the number of SNAP recipients has fallen by about half, has seen the steepest drop in the country. Phoenix mom Miriam Flores told Reuters that the loss of food assistance has been devastating.
I stopped eating myself so I could feed my children or save food for someone who didn't have enough.
Those are the latest Pacifica headlines for the Pacifica Network. I'm Jesse Lent.